Hello, everyone. This is Independent Conservative. I am Ryan Bowling. Thank you all for joining me once again. So, Sylvester Stallone, whom I love his movies, man, this guy's awesome, though. But anyway, his wife said something that's very interesting. She said in an interview that she is happy that she has moved out with her husband, has moved out of California into Florida. Now, this article I'm about to read to you from Breitbart News gives a different perspective on why a significant number of people have moved out of California, the Golden State, as it is called, and to Florida or other places. It is not the usual narrative that you've been hearing, but I still have something to say about that as I complete this article. So let's get right into this article. She's saying she's happy about this. Even Sylvester Stallone himself has said he's happy about this move from California to Florida. So let's see what they have to say here. She says, it's an incredible move. I have to say I'm really happy with our move and our change, she recently told Fox News. I was born and raised there. Two of our kids were born there. But now everyone's out. Our daughters moved to the East Coast, so there really isn't anything left for me in California, she continued. A few of our best friends also moved, so I think it's a good change. Just making new friends, living a totally different lifestyle. I love it. I'm really happy. Okay. She goes on to say, the article goes on to say, Flavin, I hope that's her name, however, made it clear that she did not leave California due to crime and held it as a beautiful state. So that's a contradiction of what I've even said in the past and what other people have said in the past. But I'm going to elaborate on that, okay? I'm going to elaborate on that. She made it clear that she didn't leave due to crime and held it as a beautiful state. She says, there's crime everywhere. That's true. There's crime in Florida, too. That's true. So well, I don't live in these places, but I'm pretty sure that's true because human beings with dark hearts are everywhere. Criminals are everywhere. So I didn't move because of crime. You can find it anywhere you look, even in small towns, she said. And it goes on to say, I think California is probably the most beautiful state in the United States. I absolutely love it, but I just needed to change, she added. I felt like I've been there long enough and life is short, so I wanted to make a change and not just be sitting in one house the rest of my life. Stallone discussed the move in the Netflix documentary Sly, where he said transitioning to Florida bettered his creativity. And I actually have been in the process of watching that documentary. It's pretty cool. I didn't complete it, but it's pretty cool. I wasn't moving because, oh, wow, I wanted another beautiful view. Anytime changing that paradigm, which you become used to, is literally to jumpstart that process again, he explained. This man is awesome. I think he's in his 70s right now. And look at this guy, man. He's awesome. Though the Stallone's motives were slightly different than others, they do join an ongoing list of celebrities that have left California for other states, including Dean Cain, Scott Baio, Sheryl Crow, Katy Perry, Kate Von D, and 50 Cent. Most recently, actor Taylor Kitsch, I think that's how you pronounce his person's name, announced his move to Montana to build a sober living facility for veterans. And that's the end of that article right there. I find that very interesting, to say the least. And I wanted to elaborate on that. In the past, I have said things about California and the fact that a lot of people have been moving out due to high crime, high taxes, and all the rest. But here we see clearly that Sylvester Stallone and his wife are moving out for reasons that are, as the article says, slightly different. You can say slightly different or just completely different. I'd say different. I won't say completely different, but I'd say different. Well, one could argue that they're probably hiding from that reality. They probably don't want to make California look bad. Okay, but yeah, they're moving out here. But here's my comment on this. Regardless of what reasons they're moving out, the fact of the matter is there's a lot of people that are moving out of California into other states. Florida is one of them, but there's a lot of people moving out of the state of California, and it seems to be based on reasonings that are not the same reasons that may be in the past. You know, I mean, when people moved out of California. Ever since Governor Gavin Newsom has been the governor of the state of California, it seems to me, based on the information that I have been reading up on, that a significant number of people are moving out of the state of California due to high crime in the different cities, and due to high taxes, okay, because of Gavin Newsom's socialist policies, basically, okay. Yeah, yeah. And that being the case, let's just say, for instance, a third of the people that are moving out are moving out because they just want a different scenario. Let's just take that assumption, okay? And the others are moving out because, crime, whatever. It doesn't matter. If you have a great amount of people moving out of the state of California to someone else, that's tax revenue, right? Doesn't matter. Say, for instance, all these people are moving out of California not because of high crime and high taxes, but because they just want a different scenario. And hundreds of thousands of people are just moving out, okay? Okay, because they want a different scenario. It's not about crime. I'm just painting a picture. It don't really, to some extent, matter, do it? Because that's tax revenue, right? And Gavin Newsom's, from what I understand, his policies and the policies that he promote and encourage are actually encourages the idea of high taxes. The taxes tend to go up because he has to supplement these programs that he's putting out on these regulations that he's putting out here that cost money. So he has to supplement for that. And what happens is taxes go up and all the goods, or maybe the people's income tax go up, income tax has been extracted from their paycheck goes up, or the goods go up, the prices of the goods go up in the place. Regardless, the prices go up and the people in the state of California suffer for it. So regardless of whether or not the people that are, and I'm painting just a scenario to you guys, regardless of whether or not the people are leaving for good or for bad, if they're just leaving because, hey, for the sake of argument, they're leaving because they just want a different scenario. If you got 10,000 people leaving, if you got 1,000 people leaving, you got 100,000 people leaving because they just want a different scenario and a different scenery or whatever, it's still tax revenue. They're not going to be paying their taxes in that state. They're going to be paying their taxes somewhere else. And that's 100,000 people who are not paying taxes to California. And if that's the case, the other people that are living there that are paying taxes are going to suffer for that. So regardless, it still comes back on Governor Gavin Newsom's communist, well, maybe I shouldn't say communist, I'd say socialist policies, okay? I'm being nice. I'm going to lower it down to socialism. But socialism history always shows that socialism tends to merge into communism, and that is the ultimate goal anyway, because that's what Lenin stated, okay? Anyway, but yeah, that's the reasoning for that. You got to look at it either way. Either way, it's still a lot of people moving out of California. Now, it's called the Golden State, and it's called the Golden State for a reason. I would like to have visited California, man. Florida, I would like to have visited Florida. I'd like to visit California. I would. But, at this point now, the way I'm hearing and reading about the state of California, man, that'd probably be the last place I want to visit. I don't want to, I really don't like, and even though he's not my governor, I don't really like Gavin Newsom that much. Let me put it like this. I don't like his policies. I disagree with his policies. 99.9% of his policies stink. There's just recently he did signed a bill that would raise the minimum wage. And he had all these black people behind him, and one lady was shouting. I saw the video. We did it, y'all. We did it. And yeah, you did it for the people that's working. The people that's working, they're happy. I mean, hey, come on now. In my state, if there was a bill signed that said that your wages would be raised, I would be happy because I'm working. That'd help me out big time. I wouldn't protest that. Now we got to protest that. I wouldn't do that because it would help me out because currently I'm working. But guess what? Something else is going to have to end up paying for that because you're raising the minimum wage. So that's basically saying, okay, businesses, you need to raise the wages because of the cost of living. Well, guess what? The businesses are going to have to take that out of something else. That's number one. So the consumers, guess what? They're the ones get the slack. They got to pay for that, right? It never benefits everyone. Socialist policies never really benefit everyone. Capitalism benefits everyone because if you create a job or you create a product rather, and you sell that product to the market, the person has the ability and the money to buy it, both parties are happy. The party that sold the product is happy and the party that bought the product is happy. In socialism, that's not the case. With socialism, it's Only one party is happy, and that's the party that gets the handout. But the other party that got the good taken from them are not happy. You know, okay? That's how socialism works. It never, history shows it never economically and physically, it never works. Show me one. No one can really show me one. No one can really show that socialism works. It does not work. Politicians obviously are trying to get it to work here in America, but no. It's not going to work. Socialism will destroy, if America becomes a complete socialist country, it will destroy this country completely. America will end up like one of those third world countries. Bottom line. I had people arguing me about that not too long ago. And no offense to the person, you know, I hope you're watching the video. But I don't have I'm not going to go into the detail about socialism and communism and so forth here, but just suffices to say, as I said in the comment, no, socialism will destroy this country. Just study the history of socialism and communism a little bit deeper, and you will find the truth. But going to these schools, you know, hearing from these socialist politicians, who either socialist politicians or politicians that support socialism, or going to the schools at K through 12, a lot of them are socialist sympathizers, and then the universities, a lot of them are socialists and communists and Marxists. You go to these schools, they're not going to tell you how terrible that system is, economically or physically. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to hide that from you. They're going to always make it look, they're going to romanticize it, make it look good, make it look, you know, it'll help you, it'll help everyone. That's a straight out lie. Socialists, Marxists, and communists do not have morals. They don't believe in the concept of right or wrong. So they'll lie to you without any struggle. It's not a problem for them to lie to you. Something they've been doing for centuries, ever since 1917, when the first socialist state, i.e. The Soviet Union, Russia, was created, 1917. First actual socialist / communist country, and brought living hell to the inhabitants thereof. Tens of millions of people lost their lives through starvation, being put in concentration camps, and killed simply by speaking out against the communist country. I'm just saying. That's the real history. So, yeah, we can talk all day about this, about how, you know, well, you know, some people are not moving out because we can talk all day about this. But at the end of the day, Gavin Newsom's policies are socialist policies, or at least hinging on socialist policies, and they're hurting that state. They're hurting that state, the bottom line. But hey, I'm happy for Sylvester Stallone and his wife. Cool for them, man. You know, cool for them. But that's my word on that. You know, that's just my word on that. Yeah, we could talk all day about this. Communism, socialism, Marxism, progressivism, you know, liberalism. We could go all day on that. But I'm not going to do that in this video. Maybe perhaps a future video. But yeah, that's the deal. What do you guys think about Sylvester Stallone's wife and her comment on California? What do you guys think about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all, and see you again.